Welcome to Shopfleet, a new groundbreaking worldwide open market. It isn't just a tech release. It's the start of a new era in business. Welcome to decentralized commerce. This marketplace platform lets you control the terms of selling to empower the sellers to build your own team of influencers and affiliates. If Shopfleet doesn't have it, find it, claim it, and earn on every future transaction. Shopfleet is powered by a vibrant community of social influencers. Decentralized commerce simplifies choosing between retail stores, online platforms, affiliate programs, and direct sales. Removing the middleman, it unifies each area into one universal conversation and conversation globally. Join Shopfleet now to be a part of our inner circle for an exclusive sneak peek at our dynamic technology. For a limited time, lock in your free position in this exciting new company and invite 5 friends to join us. Once you're in, you'll get 5 invitations to share with your most influential friends. It's time to create income in your spare time and start living your dream. Welcome to Shopfleet, the future of decentralized commerce.
For our simple software as a service is to facilitate not only the uniting of humanity worldwide, but to compound a union of our financial success. Our innovative software doesn't just connect businesses. It fosters collaboration, turning competition into partnership in a global business that never sleeps. We acknowledge and honor the fact that to this day, in all of history, you are one of one. There never has been and never will be anyone as beautiful and unique as you.
Right, let's do this. So, Dave, how you going, champion? We are live. Thank you very much for joining me once again, mate. I believe we're up to day 16 of the 30-day Shopley Affiliate Challenge. Is that right? Am I on the right track?
Yeah, we certainly are. 16. We're over the halfway mark now. So,
over the halfway mark. So, let's talk a little bit early today because I've got a hard out in 30 minutes. I've got an awesome call with a good friend at 7:30 a.m. p.m. I don't know. Lost track. I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
It's been a long day already.
Oh, I've been going since 4 a.m. So there you go.
I was up at 2:30 this morning, so I did see sneak onto Facebook.
Got some big stuff with the boys and Sarah later on today. So for getting up early, get some work done, and then I can go have time with the family.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I got to do too.
Cool. All right, man. Well, let's get into it. So yesterday we set forward the 10-day mission. For those who said, hell yes, I'm in, Jeff. You know, General Caffeinated Kangaroo was jumping into the screen, and the orders have been set. The mission has been set. People have been up and running already. It was such an amazing experience to wake up to my inbox. And I want to give a huge shout out to Abby and Nicole for setting up 3-way conversations already. without really any sort of preparation and training. I just love seeing people on ignorance, on fire. And yeah, it's pretty cool. We're off and running. So Dave, what's got you most fired up about this 10-day mission?
The action that everybody's taken, really, and the opportunity. So, yeah, it was awesome to see Nicole and Abby, firing on all cylinders already, organising those three-way conversations. So, yeah, no, it's just the hype that's in the group and the excitement of the challenge ahead. So,
yeah, but it's not BS hype though, right? It's excitement, It's passion. It's you can sense BS hype for the hype's sake for doing it, but I think hype and energy do have a place to roll when it's authentic and it's real and it's transparent, and it's about belief, right? About confidence.
Exactly, but I wouldn't expect it any other way from our group because that's how they are. They're not BS people.
No, and it's about that's also about the impact of leadership when it's done right too. It's the champagne effect, right? The people underneath, and you got the fountain, and you got champagne, and you got the layers of coming down. Well, the leader, right, sets the tone and sets the energy, navigates the ship, right? So anyway, fired up. Let's get into it. We're 1 minute past. Thank you very much, Dave. Really, really enjoying this journey with you, mate. Really appreciate you. Let's go and rock and roll, mate. Just keep playing that role that you're doing to support this whole mission and help people to get excited, help encourage them, help equip them, help empower them. Mate, I wouldn't be here without you. Love working with both yourself and Jade. And now I've got 16 other amazing people in our affiliate army. It's exciting to see people taking action. We've got the community there supporting each other, commenting on each other's posts, and it's absolutely a privilege and blessing to be a part of. So thank you very much, Dave, for everything that you bring to the table.
No worries. While you send me into the background, I'm going to put a couple more posts up.
There you go. He's a man in action. I love it. Well done, mate. All right. Cool. All right. Well, let's get into day 16. So I want to talk about edification. I want to talk about amplification. I want to talk about this as a really powerful tool, right? Because we talked about just now about leadership and posture and confidence and belief and energy. Well, edification helps you to transfer, someone like a leader's energy over to your people. Helps you to get out of your own way a little bit. So let's talk about the power of edification and break it down step by step so my 10-year-old son can understand what it's all about and he can get in and run with it as well. So edification, it's the art of building up the credibility of someone else in front of a third party, i.e. your prospect. This is why three-way group calls work really, really well. It's not just because you suck at sales or because the other person needs their ego tooted. It's nothing to do with that at all. It's about sharing the credibility and putting that placement of authority and power, into the right context of where it's meant to be. It's about positioning them as the trusted authority, and it gives weight to your invitation. You hear that? It gives weight to your invitation. So the person that you introduce to this other person helps you get out of your own way a little bit, and it brings weight into that conversation. I find this is probably one of the most effective forms of conversions. See, it's not about hype at all. It's about transfer of trust. See, when someone brings me to someone, or if I introduce someone to my mentor, because I've got that relationship, I've got the influence, I've got that trust, I'm now transferring that trust, and I'm bringing to this person what I say is, I respect you so much. I love you so much. I want to bring in the right people to be able to equip you and empower you to succeed. That's what it's all about, right? So people don't trust what they don't know. So your job is to lend them your belief long enough for them to borrow it. Understand what I'm saying here? So when people come into this circle, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have all of the wins, the track record. You got to plug people into who do. Your job is just to do the introduction. Your job is just to do the edification behind that to be able to bring in and set it up for success. See, we trust others who trust. You hear that? We trust others who trust. Trust is transferable through this power of edification. Social proof isn't just logos and testimonies. It's how we naturally assess someone's value based on how others introduce them. It's recommendations the best movie in the world You can go and give it the poorest review. And because it was you giving that review, people are going to trust your review. It doesn't matter if it's the best movie in the world. Does this make sense? That trust is transferable. That influence is transferable. You know, what the edification process in this context does is it removes resistance and sales pressure. You feel like you're in that manipulation game. You feel like you're that sleazy salesperson trying to pitch and spam everybody. This is the best way to get out of that space and remove that pressure and remove that resistance, because now it comes into just servant service, customer service. It comes down to servanthood leadership. Your prospect doesn't feel like they've been sold. They're feeling like they're respected because you're introducing them to someone with credibility and authority, and they feel like they've been connected to someone who can help them. Finally, oh, yes, finally, found someone who can help me. And it was because of your introduction, your introduction, being there, you get to be part of that story, and you get to transfer the weight of that conversation off your shoulders. And it's a power dynamic here, but it's an ecosystem that thrives when it's done right. Also, when you do edification right, it positions you as a leader too. When you introduce someone powerfully, it shows that you're someone of influence who has access to exclusive mentors that they wouldn't be able to get unless they came through your introduction. It elevates your own brand through the power of association, through the power of proximity. This is why I've partnered up with the Los Angeles Tribune. I've got Michael Silvers as my business partner, Mary Glorifield, Joseph McClendon, Malcolm Jamal Warner. They're all my partners now. I'm looking after them and doing what I do best and looking after their marketing, their strategy, and the tech to support them and help them elevate and lift up. But by that shared proximity, by that shared influence, we get to rise together. And also, people hear differently when they're ready to receive. It's hard to sell your friends. It's hard to bring your family into conversations like that because they see you a different way, and then they've got no filter yet with the other person. You edify your mentor well, your prospect leans in with curiosity and respects before the call or the conversation has even started, because it's a clean filter and there's no judgment or condemnation straight away, and people can lean into that because we're building from a solid foundation. So here are 3 pillars to help you to become great in edification. 1, credibility. It gives them the reason to listen. Here you can go in this space. If you're introducing me to a third party, you can say, Jeff's been in this space for 16 years. He's helped thousands of people get started online, and he's one of the most heart-driven mentors I know, right? So straight away, you've done the introduction there from the basis of credibility. The next part here to this pillar of great edification would be relatability. Make your mentor, there you go, dyslexia. I always found to have very human moments. Make your mentor human, not your human mentor, approachable and likable. You want to make sure your mentor, the person that you're introducing, the coach, the mentor in this scenario, is approachable, likable, and relatable. So what you could do here in this, building on this. So Jeff's been in this space for 16 years. He's helped thousands of people get started online, and he's one of the most heart-driven entrepreneurs and mentors I've ever known. Right, so there's that credibility. Now you can bring in the relatability. He's a dad just like us. He's a parent just like us. He's, He started out stuck, burnt out, and just wanted to build a life and freedom for his family. Right, so there's that context of relatability. And then you want to bring in this third pillar here, which is the alignment piece, and explains why do you want to connect with this person. Explain why you thought of this person and why this conversation makes sense. You're setting up the framework, the foundation for the relationship to build on. So you could say, hey, you popped into my head because of where you're at, and I knew Jeff would be a perfect person to help you to explore what's possible. So let's go through that again. Jeff's been in this space for 16 years, has helped thousands of people get started online, and he's one of the most heart-driven mentors I know. He's a dad just like us, started out stuck, burnt out, and just wanted to build a life of freedom with his family. Hey, you popped into my mind because of where you're at, and I knew Jeff would be the perfect person to help you to explore what's possible. right? So that's a great 3-step pillar there to help you to build that introduction to bring in the edification, to lift up your mentor, to bring it in relatable, to make them connect in that space, to transfer the trust. Here's a script. I actually want to just give you a quick script that you can go and play with to help you to get started with this. Let me just copy and paste this here onto the Facebook Live, and I'll read it out for you. So AI is a brilliant tool, and if you'd love to learn how to leverage AI to support you on this conversation, to help you to build your brand and do things like this, this whole challenge has been driven by AI. I just wake up in the morning and go say, okay, it's day 16. Obviously, I've given it some foundations and framework when we first started. But as I said today, it's day 16. I need a run sheet for the power of edification. Give me the buy-in psychology. Give me some of the how, the what, the why, the framework for it all. And I gave it, and it come out, and now it's got this run sheet for me. That's how AI is now tapping into that amplification and leverage. And if you'd like to learn how to be empowered, how to be equipped to leverage AI, then you need to come sign up for our Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy. Just put Jeff, I'd love to know more about that and explore that with you in the comments, and I'll reach out to you. We can set up a 10-15 minute chat, and I can help explore that to see if it's a fit for you. But here's a quick prompt here to help you with the power of edification. So it's, hey, Jeff, hey, Dave, meet Jeff. He's the guy that helped me get started with affiliate marketing and gave me a roadmap that I felt like I'd been missing. He's a freedom-loving dad, has 16 plus years of online business experience, and a heart to help people to win. I figured you should too connect. I reckon he could help you big time like he's helped me. Make it relatable, make it fun, make it so it's about lifting them up and bringing them into a space that they can be served and help the mentor look like, that credibility factor as well, right? That is a 3-step process there. And most people seem to struggle with the power of edification because they've never had to learn how to do it before. You've never had to learn how to do a proper introduction, to do networking. Well, that was the premise of today's masterclass, was to help us to get into that space, to be able to learn how to do just that. So this one's going to be a nice and short and sweet masterclass today. I'm going to bring Dave back here a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of role play. I think that was fun what we did yesterday. So thanks, Dave, for always, being there to serve and put yourself in the hot seat, mate. But I would love you to, part of your action steps, and especially those who are doing this 10-day mission with us, go and copy and paste your introduction into the chat, because this is the name of the game, right? We're talking about implementation now. We set the 10-day mission, and I'm going to be doing little coaching sessions like this today to be able to help equip and empower those who are running the race. Hey, if you're new to this space, you're just coming across this 30-day challenge, what we did was we started off, we talked about the customer value journey. We talked about the power of mission and why and purpose at the very beginning. We've talked about Shoply and how it can be a great ecosystem to support you on this journey, and a great vehicle to help you to monetize your influence and help you to be empowered and equipped in that space. Now, we've set a little sort of, implementation challenge with inside the big challenge to be able to help those runners who want to go run hard with us and go build something together. Yesterday, I set up a 10-day mission to help people, help me double the capacity of the intake of our Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy, which is a product that you can find on Shoply. And if you've never heard of Shoply before, make sure that you reach out to the person who invited you into this conversation and connect with them and say, let's explore Shoply and unpack it together. So there you go. So you're empowered and equipped now with the power of edification to go set up 3-way group chats. That's the name of the game for the 10-day mission. All you had to do was go put a post up a day, support the rest of the community that's posting so we can help boost the algorithm. Go start conversations, whether it's by, reaching out to your warm influence or people coming and connecting off your post. Go start a conversation, qualify them, invite them into a conversation with me, do the edification process. I'll come in and help you to, see if this is a good fit. We'll enroll and invite the people that, is a good fit into the academy, and we'll go build this together. So go ahead, drop in your draft edification message in the chat, in the comments, ask for some help and support. We'd love to give you feedback to help you to personalize it and just to quickly remind you, done is better than perfect. So Dave, let's get into some quick role play. and just do the introduction, right? So I want to do a bit of a reverse role play. I want you to edify me. So you're going to, I'm the mentor. You're the person who's doing the introduction, and you're going to use a third party. Let's call it Sarah. So you're going to bring Sarah into the equation here, and you're going to do the introduction, edifying me, and then I'm going to reverse it, and we're going to see the different styles here and get into that micro level coaching. So you up for the game, Dave?
Why not?
Why not? And I need you to lean into the microphone, mate, so we can all hear
you.
you. And
that would probably help.
That would probably help. Cool. All right.
So not one of my biggest strengths, but let's have a crack at it anyway.
Well, this is it, right? and I appreciate you for putting
learning experience for me,
right? Because it's a learning experience, and we can, do that level micro coaching. I can give you some feedback. So, mate, I appreciate you doing this live. I appreciate you saying yes, because I didn't prep you for this. I'll just put you into the hot seat. But you've been with me long enough, that's how I roll. So
exactly right. I wouldn't expect anything else.
Up, right? This is how we grow. So pressure makes diamonds. So let's go grow together. So let's do it.
So no worries.
Remember,
yep.
And remember, done's better than perfect. So let's just get it done.
Yeah, no worries. All right. So I'm talking to you, introducing you to Sarah. That's the
So you're introducing Sarah to me. So I'm the mentor. Sarah's the prospect, and you're the third party doing the introduction.
No worries. Okay, Jeff, how you going, buddy?
No.
Just got a lovely young lady here by the name of Sarah, who I've been chatting with over the last few months, and she's into network marketing, and she's struggling a little bit, and she's also doing a bit of affiliate marketing, that sort of thing. And I think she's a wonderful person. She's a mother of 3 beautiful children, and she's been in this game for a while and getting a bit stuck. So I've had a bit of a chat to her, and she seems very interested in joining our academy. So I just basically wanted to introduce you to her and see if we have this 3-way chat, and then I think she'd be a really good fit for the academy.
Okay. All right. Maybe I should have been a bit clearer in my my ask. So that was a great edification and introduction for Sarah to introduce me to Sarah. But I want you to now flip that. I want you to say, like, you're bringing Sarah into the conversation and edify me as the mentor to Sarah.
Okay, no worries. Cool. That was what I was on about, but that's all right. Hey guys, right. So I'm talking to Sarah then, not to you.
Yeah.
Well, g'day, Sarah. We've been talking for a little while now, and you've showed some interest, in joining our academy. You've gone through all the motions, and we've been building a little bit of a relationship here. Well, mate, what I would like to really do is I'd like to set up a 3-way conversation between yourself and my mentor, Jeff. And Jeff's been in this game for 16 years or so, and he started out as a digital marketing agency owner, and now he's gotten into the network marketing. He's become one of the leaders in Australia with a previous company, Dream Trips, and he really knows his stuff in this department. So I think from what I've spoken to you about, you'd be a really good fit. Now he's a father of 3. He's a priest as well. He's so. I think you and him would align very well, considering you're a mother of 3 as well. So, I just felt that after talking to you for the last few weeks, that you 2 would be a really good fit, and Jeff would be able to guide you, to where you need to get to and get you into the academy. So you're interested in having a chat to him?
Yeah, great, awesome. What do you think you did well?
Spoke.
Spoke. You got it done.
Words came out of my mouth.
Yeah. No, well, you got it done. Well done. And you had a go. You had a crack. So really well done.
A little bit more practice in order. So
cool. So sometimes we can be our best coaches, right? We just need someone to ask us the right questions. So, if you had that, some preparation, you had some time to practice, what do you feel that you could practice on to improve and do that better next time?
A little bit more direct thought on the process of how I was introducing to her. That would probably be the first thing. Just a little bit more formatted, without being totally scripted, but just a little bit formatted in the way I'd go through it. So I think that would be it. And probably just probably, and maybe the order that I did things in. So yeah, probably just that sort of whole order. And
I think your order was okay. Are you okay to receive some feedback?
Always, that's what I'm here for.
Man, I love it. Thank you.
I haven't hung around for 18 months for nothing.
Yeah, and I know that we're doing this live, so this is recorded and it's live, it's public. So I appreciate you for just meet me where we're at here and just being completely raw and transparent. So this is really valuable coaching. Right. So two things. Your closing question right at the end. Would you be interested? Right. I've never asked that question because that gives an opportunity for people to say no. Now, it's not about, controlling the flow of conversation. It's about asking a positive, open-ended question to give them every opportunity to say yes. So instead of asking, would you be interested? I found the best question that's always made me, I've split tested this left, right, and center. And by the way, I used to do exactly the same thing. But the more powerful question I've asked is, would you be open to exploring this with me to see if it's a fit for you? See, what that does is it takes the pressure off them. It's like, yeah, of course, I'd be open to exploring it. Even the most skeptical person in the world doesn't like to admit that they wouldn't be open to exploring something. Yeah. So I found that that's a really powerful question. Would you be open to exploring this with me to see if it's a fit? And it just positions it back on them to say, what have I got to lose to say yes to that type of thing? So you're making it a no-brainer conversation, and it's a little micro win as well. There's a lot of
hard to say no to.
Yeah, it's a lot of deep psychology behind this. We'll unpack that another day. But it's how we frame the question to get them to say yes to a micro yes. Like, they're not committing to doing anything. They're not saying yes. They're not signing their life away. They're saying, okay, yeah, I'd be open to exploring.
Yep.
And so it's a way that we frame that last question. And I know I put you on the spot. There was no preparation, but if you had that time to do like that introduction again, this is where we could, you went through the right framework of it all, but I also, the thought process into it, I look for ways to personalize it. So bring in your own personal experience, bring in your own personal value that you've received. Because it's not about making you the hero of the story. It's about bringing that relatable connection into it, right? So, it would be something along the lines of, hey, I've known
impacted on me.
Yeah, so exactly what I've had to help you support that, and that'll just give that a lot more weight as well. So yeah, you did really well, and lifting me up in 16 years experience and heart to heart, and I think you called me a priest. So I'm actually a pastor, but right? So
tomato.
Yep, a bit hard for a priest to be married and have kids, but anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, well,
yep,
I'm still on that journey.
But yeah, it's about sort of trying to now bring in that human heart personalization to it, and that happens through experience, through wisdom. So this is why I say to everybody who comes into this sphere, go have 500 conversations as fast as possible, because it's in that experience, in that wisdom, where you can pivot and adjust and do things different, better. That's where we grow. And this is that micro level coaching to get us that macro result, right? So. What's before I go and we'll reverse it in a second and I'll go do it. But what's your insight in that lesson?
More practice,
Mm-hmm.
really. Just I guess the obviously asking the better questions, and obviously instead of just positioning, I guess you as the hero, so to speak, to give some impact on, give some reason or what effect you've had on me by me going to you and getting that coaching and joining the academy. So I'm sort of, selling that to them without selling it to them, giving them some justification or
and this is where I say story selling is a better, powerful way to do this, right? So you can do like a 30-60 second story in that space to bring in your experience, to position me as the mentor and bring in that edification through it. So here's how I would do it for you, right? So if I was introducing Sarah to come in as you as the AI consultant to be able to help set her business up to streamline things, here's how I would do it. So, hey, Sarah, I'd love to introduce you to my good friend, Dave. Now, I've been working with Dave for the last 18 months, and he's been helping me out with streamlining my business and taking away a few of the bottleneck pressures. Now, Dave, quick introduction. Sarah's a massage clinic. She owns a massage clinic here in Launceston. beautiful person, you know, mum of 3 amazing boys, married to a great guy in Tasmania. But yeah, she's got some challenges there around trying to not have to wear every hat, as you know, every business owner does, right? And so every business owner, especially self-employed, are trying to be the marketer, or trying to be the team leader, or trying to be the customer service rep, or trying to be the accountant, trying to be the bookkeeper. The list goes on. You know how it works, right, Dave? So, Sarah, Dave is the man in this space. He's been able to help streamline my business in a way that's been able just to help me step up and shine and do what I love best, which has been out in the front, coaching and mentoring, doing strategies, doing sales. And Dave comes behind and you know, with his AI helpers, supports after, you know, like, for example, like I've got a video that needs to be edited and uploaded and, you know, do some of that admin work. Well, Dave can get that done like that, you know, whereas in the past I've had to hire, you know, Filipinos or, you know, VAs from across the, you know, across the ocean and support them in that space. But there's always been a bit of a headache with that. And I know, Sarah, that you can relate because you've been there too. So Dave's helped me solve that headache as well with his AI helpers. It's like I've got an army of virtual assistants through one guy. It feels like I've got, you know, the expanse of about 20 people working for me. So I thought you had to introduce you to Dave because he could be able to potentially help you out with your massage business. Hey, Sarah, would you be open to exploring what it looks like to work with Dave? So you see what I've done there? I've used stories. I've introduced I've introduced Sarah. I've set you up already, right? To just come in and you've got an understanding of Sarah's positioning, you know, her sort of experience and her struggles in that story. Because I know Sarah intimately, I could bring that introduction in straight away. And then I've positioned you as the person of influence, as the person of authority that I'm personally using to help solve similar problems to Sarah's got.
Yep.
So that's edification done right. And trust me, it's taken me 10,000 hours to learn how to get there to that level. But when you do an introduction, especially like you wanted to set the mentor up for success and you wanted to set up the prospect for success, and you're the bridge to that conversation. And when you can be the product of the product to personalize your experience with that, it carries a whole nother level of weight to that introduction.
Yep.
So I'm going to ask you for feedback. What did I do well in that conversation? What do you think I did well?
Pretty much what you said. I guess, yes, you explained to me what her issues were. You explained to her how I've helped you and could possibly help her. And then obviously the question at the end was much better than mine, obviously. So would you be interested in that? Like you did what you said you would.
Yeah.
In that part. So I think that was you know, the framework that works better. Yes.
Right.
It just sounded, I guess, more authentic, I suppose, too. And just
Yeah, cool. Now, I've got 2 minutes before I got to get on to my next call, but let's just quickly wrap this up. If there was anything you felt that I could do different or better, what would that be?
Yeah, nothing comes to the top of my head off that one. No.
Now, it's always good for a mentor to ask the student that question as well, right? Because, you know, this helps get ego and humility out of the way. But what it does is it gets Dave to think deeper. It gets him to actually go into that space and go, oh, hang on. Is there something Jeff could have done different or better? Because that is where we all rise together. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. So we're going to do something similar with this over the next few days and do this sort of micro level sort of role play questioning. Either be Jade or Dave with me being the role play. Actually, I'm going to put it out there. If you'd like to put yourself in the hot seat and you would like to get that level of support and coaching, reach out to us. We'll invite you onto this call and we'll put you in the hot seat. So, Dave, thank you very much for doing what you do, mate. Thank you. Love doing this life with you and business with you. And let's go and run this race together.
Let's do it. Thanks for the coaching.